Good morning, everyone. I'm Enzo Pinga. For those that were able to visit yung farm the last field day, so I'm gonna be presenting the next or the coming projects for that farm. For those that weren't able to join, the farm is located in San Pablo as well. It's about siguro mga 15 kilometers from San Bautista, where Francis's farm is located. So this is only mga less than 10 minutes from the highway lang. So this is a working farm already. Well, we've been running for less than a year. We started August last year. So we're producing mainly, yung main products namin yung mga salad greens, so different types of lettuce. But we're also producing other vegetables such as cucumbers, beans, tomatoes, kale, tapos other fruits, papaya, buko, different varieties of bananas. And then there are some lanzones trees as well, and then also calamansi. But the main produce talaga is yung mga salad greens. So this is a little shot of one of the production areas. So you can see na lots of plots of lettuce and then many different buko trees all around, no. So this is this is what we started with in main production area. So it's about 1,000 square meters, and then to the right of that, so sa likod, there's more, siguro mga another 1,200 square meters. And I'll get into that, more into that later on. So for yung action plan ko is focused on two things, production and marketing, no. So production, one, since we just started, wala akong background sa agri, no family, no educational background in agri, so I'm still paying my tuition in terms of experience with this venture, no. So when we started August, medyo tag-ulan, then all the way until March, we were experiencing good harvest because the weather conditions were very favorable. But now that summer hit, we're having a bit of difficulty. So the yield, mas konti. Yung lettuce plants itself are much smaller. Well, not just lettuce, pero yung other plants yun ng kale, mas mabagal. Some are dying. Some plants are dying from too much heat or heat stress. So one major concern is adapting to this heat, no. And then right after that naman, Pag-asa already issued a warning na for the coming La Nina. So parang never ending yung challenges, no. It's heat tapos intense rainfall naman. And then another one affecting our yields also is the leaf spot, which is affecting the romaine. So minsan halos half of the one head of lettuce, of romaine lettuce, nababawasan dahil sa leaf spot. Syempre, aesthetically, that's not pleasing for the consumers or our clients. And then right now kasi, since it was a working farm na, I'm not very satisfied with the way we are growing organically. When we took over, the crops were being grown organically din. But not very large scale kasi isa lang yung caretaker dun before we took over. So I'm not satisfied with the way that we're doing it right now kasi parang right now one of the main fertilizers is ipot ng manok. So the sources of this, you can't really trust them so much. It's sure it's growing organically, but you're not really building the soil so much in this form of farming. So I'm moving towards natural farming and then trying to study more and implement some principles of agroecology. And then lastly, of course, production expansion. So the property is 1 hectare. The production area of mga salad greens is maybe around 1,500 square meters, and then all the other plants or the fruiting trees are scattered around. Well, hindi naman scattered, but medyo planted around along the perimeters of the different phases. So this is addressing yung El Nino challenge. This is actually in San Bautista, kasi we have another location of 1 hectare din in San Bautista, but we're not really using it so much. But we planted papaya trees end of October. But I mean, due to the effects of El Nino, as you can see, the land is very dry, just like Francis' experience. Tapos yung papaya trees are not looking very good. So yeah, and then this is a close-up of our romaine lettuce. So you can see like the leaf spot. So we get a lot of reject from harvesting all the lettuce. So sayang lang. And so for how I want to address these issues, no. So just this week completed the installation of a drip irrigation system na pilot lang. Pilot first, it covers roughly 450 square meters. And then we added a second deep well. So we already have one deep well, and we added a second one. Why? Just in case the old deep well, if the pump fails, may backup kami. And also for the second deep well to reach the other parts of the farm by adding yung mga distribution lines. Kasi right now, the old deep well is only able to reach, let's say, less than half of the farm. And then if we add some more distribution lines to that, yung water pressure mawawala naman. So we added a second one. These are electricity run pumps. And then the drip irrigation, so we started with a pilot. So that's one roll of drip lines. And it seems to be working well naman. We'll just wait and see for the results for this pilot. And then if the results are good, it would take maybe another 20,000 to fill up the remaining area na hindi pa naka-drip irrigation. So that would be around 600 to 800 square meters pa. And then to address other like the heat issues, Professor Ray suggested nung farm field visit day that he saw someone implementing na using bamboo and coconut leaves for shade. So as opposed to yung mga shade nets or even greenhouses, which is the most expensive, so we can use yung bamboo and coconut leaves. So we have a lot of coconut trees in our property, so we can use those leaves. Tapos from bamboo, we can source very nearby. So that one, we're already starting to source the bamboo. It will take a little more labor, but I mean the expense naman mababawi. But I would just have to see or experiment then how effective the coconut leaves are when it comes to intense rainfall. So maybe shade, maganda siya, but will it be enough to protect the crops with intense rainfall? And then to address yung romaine, the leaf spot with the romaine, because when I visited another farm in San Pablo, their lettuce also had leaf spot. And then when I went back another time, nawala, biglang ganda ng romaine nila. So I asked them, so what's your protocol? Like, what do you use? So they use FAA tsaka labs. We already use FAA. The labs, I'm starting to ferment it pa lang. So we'll see how that works out. Because I tried two different things na before. One is yung parang mix of baking soda, water, cooking oil, and dish soap. So parang it acts as like a shield for the lettuce for if it's a bacterial infection. And that didn't work. So the labs naman is the next thing to try. And then in order to build the soil more, like I mentioned, we're already growing organically, but in order to build it some more, and to increase the organic matter within the soil, so composting, and through the different principles discussed throughout the course, and also with the help of Professor Ray, we can do more of this. So really get serious about our composting, because our composting right now is medyo tambak lang. So to plan it out better, closer to the sources of waste. We don't have so much livestock or poultry lang, so the source of manure isn't very reliable. We have a few chickens, about 9 goats, pero yung size ng operations parang considered backyard operation pa yan. Then I have 1 pet pig, so it's not enough manure, no. But all of the animals naman just feed on the grass, so it's with natural feeds. And then also using organic pest management. So luckily yung mga lettuce wala pa masyadong pests. But other things like the tomatoes, cucumbers, kale, there are some pests but not so much. I've planted a lot of flowers around, and then doing a lot of rotation as well to avoid nga yung infestation of pests. So and then this is the shot of the drip lines in the newly planted romaine. Then the other challenge that I want to address in this action plan is the marketing. So we have two channels of distribution. One is wholesale, the other one is direct sales to end consumers. So wholesale is large volume but low price. The challenge with this is, well, in my experience then, when we had favorable conditions na as a surplus of produce, I had a lot to sell, but the competition, when you're competing with guys from Baguio na large consolidators, then they bring it all to Manila, so the prices go down. That's hard to compete with when trying to find new clients. Tapos yung direct sales naman, low volume but high price. So these are mga amigas ng nanay ko, mga ganon. So this is a channel that we want to explore more. Why? Because it's high price, niche market, and you can really promote your brand, no, as compared to wholesale. So when trying to target restaurants, I'm trying to be a bit strategic then. I target yung mga medyo conscious daw na, okay, yeah, our produce is organic, blah blah blah, cruelty-free meat, ganon. So yung mga ganon na they like to market na they care, but in the end parang preferable yung organic, but then if the conventional is much cheaper, talo ka pa rin. So that's the main challenge. Then direct sales. So right now, we're able to sell consistently naman. It's also a good channel for our fruits and the other produce na we don't have much volume. So this is a way at least to sell them and then make a bit of money, as opposed to the main products, which are the salad greens nga. So moving forward, like I'm looking towards increasing this direct sales by sort of bunching the different produce. Si Francis and I were talking about like a parang CSA model before nung farm field visit day. So in a way to make it more convenient for the consumers and to make them think less na parang, like every week you have a box of whatever we can source. That way we get to sell our produce, but also increase partnerships in the surrounding area. So like we were talking now, okay, if you're producing eggs, ganon, then I could include eggs in the box, or my veggies can go to your box. So things like that. So at least it increases the impact of people that are getting into organic agriculture. And syempre, whatever goes into the box needs to be organically grown, not necessarily certified yet. So yeah, and in terms of certification also, I'm not really thinking about it in the short term yet. Eventually, I think we'll get there. So just relying right now on first and second party certification. But as it gets bigger, that's something that we will definitely be looking at. Maybe if we have, once we include yung mga livestock and poultry, we'll definitely be looking into that. So yeah, so I mean in terms of marketing also, the consistent supply of produce is really important. So that's the challenge that I'm trying to address now also with the climate, with the obstacles with the climate. So that's the main focus as well now. And so like to end with the course that we entered, no? I firmly believe that if you want to get into farming, you have to be a conservationist first. Because if you're not, then wala din. Then if you're not able to sustain the environment, then even your production will go away. So to end with this quote, a reasonable agriculture would do best to emulate nature rather than change the earth to suit a crop. It would diversify its crop to suit the earth. So in my point of view, this is in growing, or in terms of whatever crops are suitable to the earth, that's the best way to produce the best tasting and most honest food, which is in the end, is the point of farming. So there, thank you.